you want your money to work harder? If you put your money in a bank account, you might be lucky to earn 1%, maybe. But with peer-to-peer lending, you can earn substantially more. And for example, if you use Assetz Capital, you can earn 6.25% or even more if you take an active approach.
We both have money invested in this platform, so we can genuinely review it and tell you what is good and what is bad without you having to risk your own money. In this video, we're going to review Assetz Capital, and for those of you who stick around to the end and plan on investing in the platform, we have a nice surprise for you. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Money Unshackled, the investment channel that sets you and your finances free. I'm Andy, this is Ben, and if you like what we say, hit the like button and click subscribe. Let's get into it.
What is Assetz Capital? Assetz Capital is a peer-to-peer lending platform that allows investors, that is you and us, to invest in small to medium-sized companies by lending to them. It essentially cuts out the banks as middlemen, allowing you to make the profits and not the banks.
There are many other peer-to-peer lending platforms that you could choose to invest through, and we have a very popular video on Funding Circle, and so we'll put in a link in the description below, so don't forget to check that out.
So how does it work? Once you have signed up, you are given access to multiple accounts. You simply deposit money into the platform, it automatically goes into your cash account, and from there you can choose which of the other accounts you can move money from the cash account into.
They currently offer 5 options. Quick access account, target of 4.1%. 30-day access account, target of 5.1%. Property secured account, target of 5.5%. Great British Business account, target of 6.25%, and the manual lending account, average 8.88%. Remember, these are not bank accounts, and so the target rates are not guaranteed. Check out their website if you want more details on each of the individual accounts.
We have both invested in the Great British Business account, as it offers the highest amount of interest for no effort. Therefore, we will demonstrate this account in this review. We also believe that most people need to increase the risk that they take with their money in order to maximise their returns. Remember, what we always say is that we want you to make money work hard for you, rather than you working hard for money.
From the point of transferring your money into the Great British Business account, it will then be lent out automatically as and when loans become available. Assetz Capital will divide your funds into small chunks and will then invest that money into the loans, so you're well diversified. Unlike some other platforms, there doesn't appear to be a minimum size investment for each loan, as some of my loans are even as small as a fraction of a penny.
At first, you might find that you have a large exposure to some loan parts, but the platform operates an automatic exchange process, whereby over time it should try and reduce any exposure you have to single loans and spread it across many.
You can access your money by either waiting for the loans to mature or selling the loans via the secondary market. The secondary market cannot be guaranteed though, because it relies on other investors wanting to buy your loans, but we have personally had no issues with this as we have both sold loans via the secondary market.
Warning! There could be bad debt. This is when a company cannot afford to pay its debt obligations, and therefore you will lose this money. Bad debt is part and parcel of lending money, so you should expect this. However, most of the accounts, including the Great British Business account, includes a discretionary provision fund, which seeks to mitigate your losses from missed interest payments and capital losses.
The expected bad debt is already factored into the expected return. This does mean that you could theoretically earn more or less than the expected return. We have both received the expected target returns, and Assetz Capital has fantastic 5-star rating on Trustpilot, which would suggest that other customers are happy with the performance.
What we like. Number 1, the return. You have an expected return of 6.25%. This is fantastic and is at the higher end of the peer-to-peer platforms, probably because it is lending to smaller businesses which are considered more risky.
Number 2, sell loans. The secondary market allows you to access your money early rather than wait, say 5 years for your loans to mature. Other platforms do not offer this feature, meaning that you are effectively locked in for the full period.
Number 3, the discretionary provision fund. This is in place to protect your money to a certain extent should the borrower default on your loan and not pay you the money. However, it is not guaranteed. If the provision fund were to become depleted, then you would not be as protected. For example, in a recession, how do you think that provision fund would fare?
Number 4, simplicity. It's so simple to use. You just deposit money and earn a great level of interest. They even have an online chat where you can question them and get any of your queries resolved. For a beginner investor, this might be exactly what you want, because if an alternative investment, say in the stock market, is far more complex and you have to navigate around complex platform fees, and you then have to choose your investment and you probably have no idea how to assess the potential profitability.
What we don't like. On initial investment, we found that our loans were barely diversified. Only over time did the exchange mechanism kick in and achieve this diversification, and then we became more comfortable.
However, for whatever reason, I found my investment still overexposed to just a few loans. For example, one of my loans still makes up 4% of my Assetz Capital investment. This is quite frankly unacceptable, as you expect a higher level of diversification.
Now, as promised earlier, we have a little gift for you, a £50 reward, courtesy of Assetz Capital. All you need to do is invest £1,000 plus into the platform and you will receive £50 if you leave it in there for a minimum of 12 months. Now, this is a referral scheme, so we will get a little bit of money from it too. Win-win. We'll put a referral link in the description below. Once you've signed up, you can even then refer your own friends and family so that you can benefit and they can benefit, and it goes on and on.
Well, there you have it. We hope you see the benefit of investing using a peer-to-peer lending platform, and particularly Assetz Capital. Question of the day, are you investing via any peer-to-peer platforms? And if not, why not? Let us know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. On this channel we talk a lot about personal finance, investing and all things money. And if you want to see more great content, please click the subscribe button below.
This is Money Unshackled. See you next time.